Hello everyone. Today's topic is about our ancestors, the realm of the afterlife, the gender of our ancestors, because someone sent me an email asking me if our ancestors are only male. So I'm going to address that in this video so that people are not confused. Okay, but before I address this, I just want to say that if you are interested in spiritual consultation, divination reading, spell work, or to buy spiritual materials, anything related to spiritual services, you can contact me by my website. My website is www.theafricanoracle.com. Okay, when you go to my website, you'll be able to see my ST shop link. You'll see my web store. I have web store as well, that you can easily order for your services. Once I get notification that you've ordered for it, I'm going to be able to contact you and deliver your service or book for your reading, whatever. So that is the only way you can contact me. I'll be talking about this during my videos so that people don't get confused, because people are always asking me, how can we contact you? How can we contact you? So in each video that I made, I'll talk about this, So anyway, let's go back to our topic. This is about our ancestors, the gender of our ancestors, because some people are confused based on their cultural practices, that they make them think that ancestors, or they believe that ancestors are only male. Our ancestor consists of both male and female. As long as you have a mom that gave back to you, you have grandparents, you have wife, you have daughters, you have female friends. As long as female are existing on this planet, it means that we have both masculine and feminine, man and women, girls and boys. We have it. It's religion that made people to always refer everything as male when the male took over. Even in your Bible, they will say men. They will refer everyone as men. Yet you have women there. So anyway, it is religious mindset that people took from the religion, their various religion, and took back into African spirituality. That's why they think that ancestors are only male. No. Your ancestors are both male and female. But your cultural practices definitely affects how your ancestor operates in the realm of the afterlife. And when you don't understand how the realm of the afterlife works, then you begin to get confused. How does your ancestors make decision in this physical life? Is it the male that makes decision in your culture, or is it the women that makes decision, or both parties, they come together and make decision? That is how they also make decision in the afterlife. How your community, your culture operates in this physical world, that is how they operate in the spiritual life, in the spiritual realm. For example, if you come from a community that women are very suppressed and men are the one that makes decision, if you, in the afterlife, in the realm of the afterlife, and your ancestor want to show you support with your spiritual practice, they want to support you to say that they like that you're coming back to African spirituality, you're going to see that they will host a party for you in the spiritual realm. Yes, they do host party. If you know how the afterlife works, you know that there is indeed life after this life, and it's beautiful. It's very beautiful how they operate over there. So if they want to tell you that they support your spiritual practice, all of them, like the community, your lineage, they want to say they support you. And it's the men that used to make decisions in your community. Like if there is a problem, they used to call the male elders. There is something called the male elders in African spirituality. But it's not in every tribe that have this, So if your culture, your tribe is the men that used to make decisions in your community, that if there's a big problem, they will call the elders. And they're usually male. Unless some community, they will be mixed. They have equality when it comes to decision making. So, but anyway, some people, they confuse this because they see in the spiritual realm, maybe in their dreams or during trance or vision, they will see a group of elderly people and they are only men, So they will think that the ancestor is only male, old male. No, our ancestors are both male and female. But if you check in your community now in the physical world, people that make decision now if there is a big problem, is the elders. And mostly male in your culture, based on how you operate in your culture. This is the same way you see them in the spiritual realm. In the afterlife realm, the ancestor, the male one, they have a lot of authority. They have a lot of judiciary authority. I don't even know how to put it, but they have authority. The same way that they can make strong decision in the physical realm, this is how they can make strong decision in the spiritual realm. So if your ancestors want to support you in the spiritual realm of the afterlife, you see them come in your dreams or through trance, through vision. You see them dressed in your African attires, or you see them in group, elderly men, they will be supporting you. They'll host a party for you just to tell you that they are supporting. They'll come in group. Even as they come in group, you might also see the female, but not in their group. The female will be in their own section. Maybe serving the food. Yes, they do that as well. Keeping the other people, maybe the younger ones, So when you call the ancestor, we have different categories under this ancestor. We have the male elders, we have the females, you have the youth, we have the small ones, people that pass on that they are not grown up. We have all of them. All of them come out. But they are all not exactly the same, because you have the elderly one. Their functions also are not the same. They all have different functions. That's the same way you have different functions in the physical realm. You can't tell a small kid to come and make decision in the community. No, it's the elder that does that, okay? So obviously, you see these people and people think that it's only them that exist. No. We also have the female group, the female. It depends on your culture. The female also have power to make decision in some culture. So female have, like you have the elders, you also have the women, matured women also have in the realm of the afterlife that have power to make decision. So in some culture, it's only the men that have more power, they are more in charge, because women are like suppressed in their culture. But in some African culture, there are equality. There is something called equality. Both men and women, they come together when there is a problem to fix it. But it's mostly the elderly ones that will come together to do this, okay? So if they want to give you support, or you see them in your dream, you see them in trance or in vision, if you come from that culture, it's going to be matured men and matured women, old people, both male and female. They will come together to welcome you, to support you. So this thing, that people are saying, it depends on your culture. How does your culture operate? Is it the male that is making more decision? Is it duality? Equality. Is it, if it's quality, so expect to see both the male and the female. In the realm of the afterlife, not the dimensions. Because in dimension, we have female that have judiciary authority, especially from water dimension. It's not the same like this, the afterlife realm of how they operate. This one is totally different, okay? So we also have in African culture, yes, in African culture, that women have more authority. They are the one ruling. So if you come from that culture, people that will come to support you mostly first, you see female alone. They will come and support you. So just because female alone support, it doesn't mean that the men also will not support. The men will be there as well, but the women will be in their own section, in their group. And then the men will be in the presence somewhere. Like you have her different section for different, It depends on your culture. So what you're going to experience is based on how your community or tribe function in the spiritual realm. That is also how your ancestors are functioning. That is how things are working in the afterlife. Okay? Yeah. So our ancestors are both male and female. If you want to invite the male elders, because they have a lot of authority in the spiritual realm, then you call upon them. But that doesn't mean that you should neglect the female one, because some of the female ones, they used to be powerful people too. Spiritualists, leaders. So you'll be missing out when you're ignoring those aspects. And if you come from a community that is only female, you know that the female in that community is the one have judiciary authority, that have control. You call them. That doesn't mean that you should neglect the male. Because some men too have powers, even more than women, based on their spiritual destiny contract, what they came into this world to do. So it's better to appreciate both of them, all of them, so you can have the full benefit of all of them. So our ancestors are both male and females, and they can come and support you. They can even host party for you when you start your spiritual